Hi, I'm Miles Fork. I teach Seth all of his sexy poses. I do glam photography, and this is my Indy.
Hi everybody, welcome to Doing Indy. I'm Seth. You know, we've covered a lot of art this year. I mean, we've had those girls who painted their bodies when they were naked. Sensory deprivation man. We've spent time at the Indianapolis Museum of Contemporary Art. And we got to meet a great guy named Jeff Parise, who's from Indianapolis but lives in LA and is a phenomenal painter. But you know what we haven't covered this year? Photography.
Supermodel.
So as you guys met in the intro, this is Miles Fork right here. Miles Fork is a West Side guy, just like myself, and you're a photographer in Indianapolis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And talk about how did you get into photography, because it really is big in Indianapolis.
Well, actually, I didn't start in Indianapolis. I started in Atlanta. I kind of fell into it. I started off doing a little bit of landscape, a little bit of family photography, and then I had a buddy of mine was doing a shoot for the Atlanta Falcons and asked me if I can help him with it, and he hurt himself, and I ended up kind of falling into it that way, and then I just started doing glamour photography and moved back up here to Indianapolis and been having fun ever since.
Here you go, right? Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about some of your photography work, because you take some really great photographs, but what I like too is that you incorporate the knowledge that you have of photography and you mix it with some Photoshop stuff and give it a cool look. Mm-hmm. That is, when you see it, it's unmistakably Miles Fork.
Yeah, I call it fusion, and what I do is a little bit of digital artistry mixed with photography and create something that's part cartoon, part anime, part fiction and fantasy, and part reality.
Okay, so let's talk about what's happening today, because we're here in your studio and you are conducting a workshop teaching people how to build sets.
Yeah, one of the things that I like doing is teaching just as much as I like doing photography. One of the things that I found that Indianapolis is kind of lacking is, you know, a community of professionals getting together on a regular basis, you know, converging on ideas. And the other thing is that with the economy the way it is, teaching people how to build sets cheaply and effectively that look really dynamic and fantastic. And that's what we're going to be doing today, is taking, you know, our photographers, teaching them how to build sets under $100 today, by the way. Wow. And then making, you know, dynamic images that they can sell for whatever they can get out of it.
Well, that's great. I'm looking forward to what you've got here today. I mean, it's under $100, great dynamic sets, and we're going to actually see some of the photographers here shooting some models, so we'll get to talk to some of your models later. I don't want to keep you. I know you guys are getting ready to jump into it, so let's see what you can make.
Okay. Instead of, you know, going down to a really expensive photography store, we got this, you know, for like $3 at a Hobby Lobby kind of store, and this is going to be our gel. So now that we got the holes drilled and we painted it black on one side, we're going to put this on the back side.
And you're going to shoot the light through this, which will ultimately give that blue cast of a shadow behind the model once you have that set up. Now, how critical is lighting? Because I mean, I know that this has been a course on set design, but let's talk and be honest. Just like in video, what we do, lighting is crucial, and it's just as crucial, if not more, in photography, isn't it?
It's very crucial. I mean, if we don't nail the lighting correctly on this, it's going to look off.
Is that what really separates the pros from the amateurs?
Yeah, I mean, it's understanding light and shadow. I mean, how to light a model properly and light your background properly. That's exactly what separates everybody, and that's why we do these workshops, to teach them the difference between all aspects from point A to Z.
So Miles, you got the lighting set up, and now the one element that's missing now is the model, who is here, and she's getting makeup right now. So you're gonna pick out her outfit?
I'm too sexy for my body, too sexy for my body. No way I'm disco dancing. I'm a model, you know what it means, and I do my little turns on the catwalk. Yes, on the catwalk, on the catwalk. Hey, I shake my little tush on the catwalk. Hey, hey. Ha. Ha.
Miles, we had a great time today. We got to see a lot of great things from you. Thank you so much for inviting us out and all that you're doing for photography here in Indianapolis. Any final words of wisdom you want to give our viewing audience?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a model to come visit me in my studio. You know, I shoot, you know, all walks of life, glamour, fashion, editorial.
You guys, there are a lot of really great photographers in Indianapolis. Miles is one of them. We got to meet some of the other ones today. And the thing is there's a lot of really great photography opportunities here in Indianapolis. And if you really want to know what to do, see a guy like Miles Fork. So for Doing Indy, I'm your host, Seth Hancock. And remember, in Indianapolis, it's always so easy to do so much. You just have to get out there and do something. Strike a pose. Am I her height right here? Let's start dancing. I'm like doing the Thriller dance.